Hey guys, it's Drew again. It's been a week since Strongsville, and it's been a great week of recaps, but now I have to shift gears and go to the next part of my fun. You see, I've got my own self-enforced rules where any card I have, I've got to be able to display it, and I'm running out of wall space. So I got a lot of cards to figure out where are they going to go, what has to come down, am I going to have to get rid of any, and what the displays look like after I'm done. You want to see what I figured out? Well, let's check it out. Okay, so like I said, I have to figure out where to put all these cards. These are all cards I picked up in Strongsville. Some were gifts, some were purchased, some were in trade, but all of them are in my collection now, and all of them have to go up in display. So let's gonna do a quick recap. Now, this is not to re-show again. I mean, I've done videos on the stories about how I collected them, but let's do a count and figure out what I've got. So starting off with the big one, I've got the 1949 Bowman Satchel Paige rookie. I got this great gift of a Wayne Gretzky reprinted rookie card. I've got the Golden Stamps, Pee Wee Reese, as well as the Eureka Stamp, Pee Wee Reese. I've got this beat to heck, but still I'm really happy with it. Gil Hodges and Pee Wee Reese. I've got this amazing card from 88, that's actually got the Jefferson Burdick stamps on the back. This is absolutely going up because this is baseball card history. I got my very first Diamond Star. So thrilled to have this. And boy, it looks beautiful in a screw down. And you know I said that because you know it is. But there's my Wally Burger. Look at the colors pop on that thing. So Wally Burger is definitely going up. This amazing gift from one of my new great friends is the Paul Richards from the 1933 Gaudy set. I also had this amazing gift from Topher from the Cincinnati Kid. It's definitely going up on the wall. My first 65 card, this Tony Oliva. I've got my Sam Rice from 1922. Yes, 1922 American Caramel. Love this card. Great image. This great card I got from Sammy Thunder. My Dandy Chips, Gil Hodges. Definitely going up. Love this card and wanted it for a while. And then finally, my Walter Johnson of the triple folder, Hassan triple folders. So, all in all, I'm going to do the count because I forgot already. 12 different cards I've got to get up somewhere in the display and figure out where to go. Well, a couple of things about this. So, remember, in this whole 100 card thing, that doesn't include player collections. So, right off the board, I get to take out, and I'll show them as I take them out, any of my Pee Wee Reese's, which takes 1, 2, 3 cards out of the mix. So those 3 will go up with my Pee Wee Reese, and I'll show what I did with those. And then another one, I have an extra shelf that I put certain cards, and this is kind of my non-baseball, and so that's where my Wayne Gretzky is going to go. So I'll show where I did this. But everything else has got to go. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards I've got to figure out. So I do them all chronologically. I'm going to have to shift around. So I'm going to show a video real quick, just a clip of what the racks look like currently before I put all these in, what they look like later, and that I have to take any out that I'm going to have to get rid of. And to be honest, I think I'm going to. So let's go ahead and check all that out and see what I came up with and tell me what you think. So this is the wall that starts chronologically and goes through my collection, and this is where I need to fit all of those cards. As you can see on the 3rd row down, there's already a spot missing. That's actually a card I sold to help raise funds. So there's already a built-in spot, which is kind of nice. But as I pan back over, you can see how these racks, how the cards go in order. And these are the special cards in my collection. Some of them aren't as valuable, but all of them mean something to me. So this is where I have to replace. This is the wall directly behind me, and you can see I do have some cards that are paired up that I like. So I've got this Pee Wee Reese next to the Pee Wee Reese magazine, the Joe DiMaggio next to one there. I've got the Ted Williams behind the Ted Williams, and my Stam Usual magazine. So to do that, I think I'm going to do the same thing. And this is what I did when I came up with my Satchel Paige rookie. So this is what I came up with. And believe it or not, because I had built in a little bit of extra space, a lot of what I did, as you can kind of see on this next shelf, is I just sort of took the extra space off and squeezed all the cases together. And even though I had so many more cards to add in, I ended up not having to take any cards out. So this is the cards, and I've never really shown all of them in detail. If there's anything you see that I haven't talked about, like why do I have that one, or what's the story behind this, especially if it's some sort of common or, you know, poor condition card or something like that, But this is what I ended up coming up with. And honestly, I'm surprised. Now, I got to be honest, I'm not 100% loving it as much as I used to. I kind of like a little bit of gap between. But man, taking a card down and saying a trade out, I've talked about it forever, but it's hard. It's really difficult. So as you can see, these bottom few rows, this is the spacing I kind of like to have of those down there. But if you look up here, it looks a little bit more crammed. So maybe I'll mess around with it. And I've got a few that I could probably move out, especially as I move over to the other side of the room real quick. I have these, and these are more modern. And these are all guys I watched play. I mean, I saw them in person, and there's a reason they're up there. There's not a ton of value. But, you know, it's possible. Maybe I can take that Vladdy Guerrero out. I mean, I didn't follow him super closely, so that's one card. But honestly, I don't know who else. I mean, I loved all these guys. I followed them. I knew what was going on, and I wanted to see. But those are my collection, or those are the cards in my collection. And I appreciate you guys any input, because, you know, people say that, you know, I'm great at display and stuff, but it's definitely not a fixed science. It's an art, or I guess, and I don't know if I'm any good at it. I'm loving my pre-war section is getting built out. I mean, now I'm up to just over 2 shelves worth, whereas just about a year or so ago I only had 5 cards. So maybe I'm turning more into pre-war, but I really like the way they look, and I just love the differences in the sets. And I know it's sort of a Frankenstein with, you know, some slabs, some not, the screw downs, and we've been through that a million times, so please don't leave a comment about those. But you know, it's kind of the way I like it. It's the way I've collected, and it's just where I am. So I don't know. I like it. I might switch it. I'm not sure yet. Let me know what you think. I don't really know. I'm kind of back and forth. Some of them look fine, but some of them looked a little crammed. That top shelf up there with those 53s looks a little cramped to me, so maybe I should move some around. So this is what I ended up doing with the Wayne Gretzky. That shelf means something. You know, that's my only football cards. It's my only Michael Jordan. The Sosa is the only card my mom ever gave me before she passed away. That's probably one of the community's only sumo wrestling cards, but all those mean something, so it fit perfectly on that shelf. As you can see, it's kind of looking cramped too. I don't really know. I have a little room down below. That's my Carl Erskine's, but I really don't want to mix the players like that. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to kind of try it on and figure out what I like and see. But at this point, they're all up. I get to see every one of them. I know where every one of them are. And I just get to enjoy my collection when I come up here. I don't get to come up here as much as I'd like to. But when I do get to look at the cards. I can pull them down easily. I can figure out which ones I want to look at, read the backs, or whatever I want to do with it. And they're all mine. So that means I can rearrange or move around and find something else. Like I said, I'm all about display. I've got to show off my stuff. I've got to show my displays. And in case I've never shown it, and I don't know if I have, this is this entire wall with some of the different art pieces, a couple that Scott has made for me, which I highly appreciate. And but yeah, this is just one of the walls of my room. Anyway, not really a room tour, but just kind of a update on how I'm doing it. And let me know what you think. Like I've said it 100 times, but that is what you guys look at behind me when I sit on the couch. I still need to figure out a place for my new Sports Illustrated, but that'll be another video. So I appreciate it as always, and until next time, you guys be good.